Are you afraid of the devil? Wait until you meet the 8 angels more terrifying than him. These celestial entities possess terrifying powers that defy imagination. Get ready for a scary journey into the unknown. You won't want to miss. Let's begin our journey with an angel whose reputation is shrouded in mystery and terror, Samael. Although not explicitly mentioned in the Bible, Samael holds a prominent place in Jewish tradition. Known as the angel of death and the accuser, his presence is a constant shadow over humanity, a herald of destruction and judgment. Samael is not just a fallen angel. He is an entity that operates on the borders of good and evil, a relentless executor of the divine will. In various traditions, he is seen as the one who takes the souls of the dead, a reaper who never hesitates, never deviates from his path. The image of Samael is that of a dark being, with black wings and flaming eyes, whose touch is fatal. Now, imagine Lucifer, the angel who defied God and fell from grace, known for his beauty and charisma that lured humanity into temptation. Compared to him, Samael is a figure of pure terror. While Lucifer seduces and deceives, Samael brings inevitable death, an end that no one can avoid. His presence is felt in moments of despair and the last breath, a reminder that even angels can be instruments of fear. But Samael is not just a reaper. He is also the accuser, the one who brings the sins of men to light. In the celestial court, he is the tireless prosecutor, highlighting the faults and transgressions of humanity. This dual role of executor and accuser makes Samael an even more feared figure, an angel whose justice is relentless and whose judgment is inevitable. While Lucifer is seen as the prince of evil, Samael is the angel who brings the final consequence, an entity that operates in the shadows of human existence. He does not seek to corrupt but to finalize. His power lies in his inexorable function, a constant reminder of human mortality and fragility. Therefore, when we think of terrifying angels, Samael occupies a special place. His dual nature, his mission of death and judgment, and his role in Jewish tradition make him one of the most terrifying angels that exist. And this is just the beginning of our exploration. Prepare yourself, for the next angels will bring even more disturbing revelations. Now, let's meet Azazel, an angel whose story is as enigmatic as it is terrifying. Mentioned in Leviticus 16 verses 8 to 10, Azazel is closely associated with the concept of the scapegoat. On the Day of Atonement, a goat was sent into the desert, carrying the sins of Israel, and this goat was delivered to Azazel. But who is this being that receives the sins of an entire nation? Azazel is often seen as a fallen angel, a being who abandoned his place in heaven to walk among men. His connection with the scapegoat confers an aura of corruption and curse. He not only carries the sins, he is a symbol of abandonment, of expulsion into the desert, a place of desolation and despair. Compared to Lucifer, who is the archetype of rebellion against God, Azazel represents a different aspect of evil. Lucifer is the tempter, the seducer who seeks to corrupt through the promise of power and knowledge. Azazel, on the other hand, is the bearer of sin, the recipient of human guilt and despair. While Lucifer offers a path of rebellion, Azazel is the end of that path, the dark fate that awaits those who get lost in sin. Beyond his biblical association, Azazel is also an important figure in Jewish mysticism and various apocryphal traditions. He is seen as an instructor of men, teaching them to make swords, knives, shields, and armor. This knowledge led to violence and chaos, further enhancing his role as a fallen angel who brought destruction to humanity. Azazel's presence is a constant reminder of the dangers of sin and corruption. He is a being who not only observes but interacts, influences, and ultimately carries the burdens of humanity. His figure is a paradox of power and servitude, being both a leader and a receptacle of the worst aspects of human existence. While Lucifer is often portrayed as the most beautiful of the fallen angels, Azazel is the embodiment of isolation and abandonment. His mission to carry the sins into the desert symbolizes complete separation from God, a state of existence that is terrifying in its own way. In considering the angels more terrifying than the devil, Azazel certainly deserves a prominent place. His story and function as a scapegoat make him a complex and terrifying figure, a constant reminder of the costs of sin and rebellion. Next, we encounter Asmodeus, an angel whose name evokes fear and repulsion. Although not explicitly mentioned in the Bible, Asmodeus is a prominent figure in apocryphal texts and Jewish tradition, where he is described as a fallen angel and the demon of lust. His presence is a disturbing reminder of the dangers of unrestrained desire and moral corruption. Asmodeus is often associated with the sin of lust, one of the 7 deadly sins. He is depicted as a being who instigates forbidden passions and overwhelming desires, leading people to commit acts of immorality that destroy their souls. His figure is often shrouded in perverse sensuality, a dark beauty that attracts and corrupts. Compared to Lucifer, who is the prince of temptation and the instigator of rebellion against God, Asmodeus acts more subtly and insidiously. While Lucifer seduces with promises of power and knowledge, Asmodeus corrupts through pleasure and desire. He seeks not just the fall of men but the complete degradation of their virtues, turning them into slaves of their own passions. In various stories, Asmodeus is described as an extremely cunning and manipulative demon. He is known for deceiving and seducing, using his charm to lead his victims down a path of destruction. His ability to infiltrate people's thoughts and desires makes him a formidable and terrifying adversary. One of the most famous stories involving Asmodeus is in the apocryphal book of Tobias, where he is the demon who kills the 7 husbands of Sarah before they can consummate their marriages. His obsession with lust and possession demonstrates his power and cruelty. Tobias, with the help of the angel Raphael, finally manages to defeat Asmodeus, but not without facing great challenges and dangers. While Lucifer is often depicted as a fallen being of light who seeks to dominate and rule, Asmodeus is a force of corruption that acts in the shadows, slowly destroying human morality and dignity. His presence is a constant threat, a reminder that evil can hide in the most intimate and personal desires. Thus, in exploring the angels more terrifying than the devil, Asmodeus stands out as a figure of lust and decadence. His ability to corrupt through pleasure and desire makes him one of the most dangerous and disturbing fallen angels, a true enemy of purity and virtue. Continuing on our journey, we encounter Metatron, an angel who is both revered and feared. Unlike the previously mentioned angels, Metatron is not a fallen angel, but his immense authority and presence inspire deep fear. Known in Jewish mysticism, Metatron is often described as the Prince of the Face and the Heavenly Scribe, occupying a special place among the angels. Metatron is often seen as the highest of the angels, the one closest to God. His ascension to the status of archangel is surrounded by mystery, and some traditions say he was the prophet Enoch, transformed into an angel due to his great devotion and purity. However, with great power comes an overwhelming and almost incomprehensible presence for mortals. Compared to Lucifer, whose beauty and charisma seduced a third of the angels to rebel, Metatron represents divine order and supreme power. While Lucifer is the symbol of rebellion and chaos, Metatron is the emblem of celestial authority and balance. However, this authority can be as terrifying as Lucifer's rebellion, as Metatron personifies God's absolute power and relentless justice. Metatron's figure is shrouded in a power that can be terrifying in its magnitude. He is described as having 72 wings and countless eyes, a vision that transcends human understanding. His presence is so intense that he is the only angel who can sit, something that represents his proximity and equality with God's throne. Metatron's role as the celestial scribe means he records all the deeds of men, both good and bad. This function as an observer and recorder makes him an impartial judge, someone who cannot be deceived or manipulated. His omnipresent gaze and infallible memory make him a guardian of divine secrets, someone whose power and knowledge transcend the imaginable. Although Lucifer is often seen as God's direct adversary, Metatron represents a power that goes beyond opposition, symbolizing the very order of the cosmos. His ability to command legions of angels and his proximity to God make him a figure of supreme authority and therefore terrifying in his own way. Metatron is a reminder that celestial power is not just a source of comfort, but also of fear. He represents divine justice and relentless authority, a being whose presence is so grand that it can crush human understanding. In our search for angels more terrifying than the devil, Metatron stands out not for his malice, but for his immense and terrifying grandeur. Our journey now leads us to Raziel, an angel whose name means secret of God. This celestial being is famous in Jewish mysticism as the guardian of divine secrets and mysteries. Raziel is a figure shrouded in enigmas, his role and knowledge so vast and deep that his mere existence inspires both fascination and fear. Raziel is credited as the author of the Book of the Angel Raziel, an esoteric text that supposedly contains all the secrets of the universe, revealed to Adam after his expulsion from the Garden of Eden. This book, filled with celestial wisdom, is said to contain knowledge that can bestow its reader with immense power. The mere possession of this book is an awe-inspiring responsibility, as it unveils mysteries beyond human comprehension. Compared to Lucifer, whose name means bearer of light, and who sought knowledge to challenge God, Raziel is the guardian of divine knowledge, the one who holds the keys to the deepest secrets of the cosmos. While Lucifer used knowledge to rebel and spread chaos, Raziel keeps this knowledge hidden, protecting it from corruption and abuse. Raziel represents the barrier between absolute power and moral integrity, a line Lucifer crossed when he fell. Raziel's presence is described as enigmatic and powerful, shrouded in a cloak of mystery. He is often depicted with an aura of shimmering light, carrying a book of infinite wisdom. His role as the guardian of divine secrets makes him a figure of tremendous authority, a being who has a complete vision of the past, present, and future. While Lucifer is feared for his ability to deceive and destroy, Raziel inspires a different kind of fear. The fear of the unknown and the power that cannot be understood or controlled. His position as the guardian of divine secrets places Raziel on a pedestal of reverence and respect, but also of fear, for he holds knowledge that could alter the very essence of reality. Raziel is a figure that symbolizes the balance between knowledge and power, a balance that, if disturbed, could lead to chaos and destruction. His role is crucial to the maintenance of divine order, ensuring that the secrets of the universe remain protected from those who would use them for evil. Thus, in the gallery of angels more terrifying than the devil, Raziel stands out not for his malevolence, but for his vast knowledge and the immense responsibility he carries. His figure is a reminder that true power lies not only in strength but in knowledge and wisdom, and that this power must be wielded with great care and respect. Continuing our journey through the most terrifying angels, we encounter Scarier, a name that resonates with authority and fear. Mentioned in the Book of Enoch, Scarier is one of the angels who observe humanity, but his role goes beyond mere observation. He is one of the angels of judgment, tasked with bringing divine justice and ensuring balance is maintained. Scarier is often associated with the role of executor of divine judgment. He is one of the angels who descend to earth to observe human conduct and bring their transgressions to light. His function is to remind humanity that nothing goes unnoticed by the divine eyes. His presence is a constant reminder that justice will be served and no sin will go unanswered. Compared to Lucifer, whose domain is deception and temptation, Scarier represents retribution and justice. While Lucifer seduces men into sin, Scarier ensures those sins are judged and punished. Lucifer is the accuser, but Scarier is the executor of the sentence. His authority comes directly from God, and his mission is clear and relentless. Scarier is often described with a majestic and imposing appearance, often seen with a book or scroll where the actions of men are recorded. His demeanor is austere, and his presence commands respect and fear. He is a symbol of divine justice, the one who brings balance to the world, ensuring that evil does not prevail. While Lucifer is feared for his ability to corrupt and lead men astray, Scarier inspires a different fear, the fear of inevitable justice. His presence is a guarantee that, regardless of the acts committed, there will be judgment and consequence. He is the arm of divine law, a force that cannot be avoided or negotiated. Scarier is also known for his ability to heal and protect, showing that divine justice is balanced with mercy. However, it is his capacity to bring judgment that makes him a feared figure. He is a guardian of cosmic balance, ensuring that every action has a just reaction. We now come to Gadriel, a dark figure mentioned in the Book of Enoch. Gadriel is a fallen angel, but his story is particularly disturbing, as he is supposedly responsible for introducing humanity to original sin. His nefarious influence changed the course of human history irrevocably, making him a deeply terrifying figure. Gadriel is described as the angel who led Eve to temptation, encouraging her to eat the forbidden fruit. Additionally, he is credited with introducing weapons to men, teaching them the art of war and violence. These acts of betrayal and corruption place Gadriel in a position of infamy, as he not only fell but dragged humanity down with him. Compared to Lucifer, who is widely known as the architect of the celestial rebellion and the instigator of the fall of angels, Gadriel represents a different kind of malice. While Lucifer sought to challenge divine authority and create his own domain, Gadriel directly corrupted God's creation. He not only rebelled but manipulated the very essence of what it means to be human, introducing sin and violence. Gadriel's presence is a constant reminder of the dangers of temptation and war. He symbolizes the fall of innocence and the introduction of violence into the world. While Lucifer is feared for his rebellion and desire for power, Gadriel is hated for his betrayal and the destruction he brought to humanity. His legacy is a world where violence and corruption are constant, a testament to his devastating impact. Gadriel is also a figure of duality. He was created as a being of light, but his choice to fall turned him into a source of darkness. His story is a warning about the dangers of free will and the consequences of our choices. He is a symbol of the eternal struggle between good and evil within every being. Lastly, but not least, we have Abaddon, also known as Apollyon, a figure that emerges from the depths of Revelation. Mentioned in Revelation 9 verse 11, Abaddon is described as the angel of the abyss, a title that already evokes images of destruction and chaos. He is the leader of a horde of demonic locusts that are unleashed to torment humanity, making him one of the most terrifying figures in biblical literature. Abaddon is often seen as the personification of total destruction. His name in Hebrew means destruction or perdition, while his Greek name, Apollyon, means destroyer. These designations underline his devastating nature and his role as the executor of divine judgment upon the wicked. He is the guardian of the abyss, the place where the worst torments are reserved for those who fall under his wrath. Compared to Lucifer, who is the archetype of the tempter and rebel, Abaddon represents the final punishment and destruction. While Lucifer seduces men with promises of power and freedom, Abaddon is the dark fate that awaits those who surrender to evil. Lucifer can be seen as the beginning of the fall, but Abaddon is its terrible and inevitable end. Abaddon is described in Revelation as leading an army of locusts with tails like scorpions, destined to torment those who do not have the seal of God on their foreheads. His description is of a being of immense power, capable of inflicting indescribable suffering. His coming is a catastrophic event, a sign of the end times and the final judgment. While Lucifer is often depicted as a being of beauty, Abaddon is pure destruction. His presence is a brute force of devastation, without the subtlety or seduction of the Prince of Darkness. He does not seek to corrupt or deceive, but to destroy and punish, making his figure even more terrifying. Abaddon is also a figure of authority in hell, placing him in a position of power over other demonic entities. His leadership over the armies of the abyss makes him a force to be feared, someone who cannot be easily challenged or defeated. He is the fulfillment of divine justice, the instrument through which God's wrath is manifested. In the gallery of angels more terrifying than the devil, Abaddon occupies a special place due to his inexorable and devastating nature. He is the angel who brings the final destruction, a being whose mission is to punish the wicked and bring an end to times. His figure is a dark reminder of the fate that awaits those who stray from the path of righteousness, a true symbol of terror and final judgment. Throughout this video, we have explored angels whose stories are even more terrifying than the devil's. From Samael, the angel of death, to Abaddon, the king of the abyss, each of these celestial beings has shown us a terrifying aspect of justice, destruction, and corruption. Did you like it? Like, subscribe to the channel and share. Comment on which angel you found most terrifying. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.